Good morning. You listen to FloorDaily.net, and I'm Ken Parr. This morning, my guest is Byron Morton and Lisa Simonian. Byron, you're the Vice President of Leasing with the Mart. And Lisa, you're the VP of Marketing. How you guys doing this morning?
Great.
We're doing really well.
Nice to be here.
I'm sure you're busy. NeoCon is just over a week away, and everybody knows that's when the A&D community converges on Chicago, and this year it's June 10th to the 12th. There's a lot of activities that start the weekend before, so folks will be moving that way in about a week. The theme is Design Takes Shape. For many years, a key vertical sector focus has been corporate. That's kind of diversified over the last few years, hasn't it?
It certainly has. We've seen and continue to see great representation, not only from workplace, but hospitality, education, healthcare. We have a lot of aviation entities coming this year, as well as a really strong government entities registered already.
So what's the anticipated attendance this year?
So we're ahead of where we were last year at this time. And last year, attendance was 51,000 industry professionals. So you can certainly expect more than that for this year's show. So we're thrilled. We think it's going to be a very energetic and vibrant NeoCon 2024.
Byron, another big question I know my listeners want to know, how has leasing been in the March? We had the news last year that one of the big flooring companies, Mohawk, moved out of the Mart. Tell us how leasing's been.
Leasing's been really strong, Kemp. At the beginning of 2023, we've done over 218,000 square feet of showroom leasing in the building. New, and since NeoCon 23, we'll have about 12 new showrooms. All of those showrooms are primarily in the acoustics and furniture segments, but we've backfilled Mohawk space already. We had a beautiful Spanish manufacturer on 10 that early renewed their lease and took advantage of Mohawk's departure by more than doubling their size and moving to 3. So we're very pleased with our leasing activity. We've renewed a number of very key companies, and we still have very strong relationships with our flooring manufacturers that are in the Mart.
Getting ready for this podcast, I was excited to read some of the programming you've got. Let's just go through the keynotes. The opening day, you've got Bob Weiss with Gensler about storytelling. You've got Cheryl Durst and Coy Vo doing a topic. You've got a costume designer talking. And then there's 2 panels that I'm really interested in. One is about offices of the new work reality, and then a panel with Lauren Rote on the future of experience. So a lot of good programming, right?
Yeah, we have fantastic programming. We're really thrilled with the roster this year. So 3 great keynotes addressing the power of storytelling and design. And then each afternoon, we have featured presentations that, we think are going to be really appealing to, not only the A&D community, but the, end user audience as well. Crane's Chicago Business is doing the panel on new workplace. We have Fast Company coming in to lead a panel discussion about AI and design. In addition to all of that, we have more than 50 CEU accredited sessions that we're offering both on site and virtually. We'll also be doing a series of 20-minute NeoCon talks up on the 7th floor on our NeoCon talk stage. A lot of different types of programming at this year's show.
Lisa, I noticed that the big ones, the ones I'm most excited about, all say sold out. So you're going to have to look at them on your Zoom call.
Yeah, we're also live streaming the keynotes and the featured presentations to the Grand Fair. So a lot of people will be able to still watch those programs live on our projection wall. They'll also be live streamed to our NeoCon website.
As you know, my audience is focused on the flooring business, and just want to run through the permanent showroom exhibitors are Shaw Contract and Packcraft, Mannington Commercial, HMTX, and Aquafil. And then on the 7th floor, I know you've got AHF Contract on there, Bielen, Carndine, Schluter. Did I miss any?
We've also got fitness flooring from Plytech and another edge and transition manufacturer, Kubrick.
Kubrick, okay. Before we end out here, what are some of the design trends that you're seeing that we're going to see at the show?
I think one of the main things that I'm hearing manufacturers talk about is really getting more scientific in how design of their products affect people in the spaces that they're in. We're always hearing about wellness, but I think that's kind of being taken to the next step now of neuroaesthetics is a term we're hearing a lot as to how color and form and shape, really affects not only somebody's mood, but can affect their productivity and their well-being. Of course, sustainability is a big deal, right? And it will continue to be a big deal. It's a given. It's not a nice to have now. We're seeing a lot of new products obviously being introduced from a sustainability standpoint. And finally, inclusion and innovation and inclusion, and really going into kind of a scientific approach and considering neurodiversity and how design and again color and shape affects people in the workplace or in the built environment period. So exciting things happening. I think if I were to sum it up in one word, it would be that we're really seeing the approach to design becoming much more scientific, which is exciting.
Okay, Byron. One last question. There's going to be another edition of Best of NeoCon, right?
Yes, our 34th edition of Best of NeoCon. The awards ceremony will kick things off on Monday morning of NeoCon, and we are reviewing submissions in more than 50 different categories, and we'll have jurors walking and speaking with all of the manufacturers about their products on Friday and Saturday. We're also doing a business impact award again this year, so we'll have a number of jurors who represent business media reviewing products on Sunday.
Okay, guys. Well, I appreciate you giving me an update. We're all looking forward to coming to Chicago in about a week. Again, been talking to Byron Morton and Lisa Simonian with the Mart, and you've been listening to Kemp R and FloridaHeli.net.